Hello, this is Matt Welch, Director of Technical Development with Profile Products. Today I'm going to walk you through the DustRX Hydro Savings Calculator. Now, DustRX Hydro is a dust control product featuring 100% bio-based formulation and is 100% biodegradable, ensuring environmentally friendly dust control is available on your site. With that being said, this calculator is designed to really highlight the differences between traditional watering techniques for dust control and this new solution that came into the market in February of 2024. You can incorporate all of your project information in these editable fields, so anything that is green is editable. Let's go with a project size of 10 acres. How long the project is going to last, or how long dust control is going to be needed, will be 50 days. And then we can incorporate our water cost. You can use different units, whether you're being billed by the gallon, by the centum cubic foot or 100 cubic feet, or by the standard cubic foot. You can edit those units as needed. Your water truck or hydro seeding tank size, 2,000 gallons, is a pretty common value. And then how many working hours are in your given day. So again, you can edit all of these fields as necessary. Next, we get into the costs associated with traditional water truck applications for dust control. Now, the most common application rate that we've seen across the United States is about 4,000 gallons per acre to effectively manage dust in arid conditions. If you are in an arid environment or during a drought, you may have to increase the number of applications needed per day. So typically, we see anywhere from 1 to 3 applications per day. So right in the middle of that is 2 applications per day. And then the time required to empty and refill your tank, let's leave it at 1 hour. Just these nice round integers are always better to work with. We have an equipment and labor cost associated with these applications as well. So one number we saw time and time again is about $250 per hour being billed. Next, the DustRX Hydro application inputs. So what is the material cost? Enter that in the first line. The application rate is standard. It is 100 pounds per acre of DustRX Hydro, and that mixes with 2,000 gallons per water for application. The time required for your tank load. So you obviously have to mix in this material into that tank. So we added about a half hour here, likely overkill, but nonetheless, you can adjust that time as well as you learn more and become more familiar with the product. Equipment and labor costs. If you have an extra hand to load that tank, we bumped that up from $250 to about $300 per hour. Working days between applications. So think of functional longevity here. How long is this material going to last on your site without needing a secondary application of it? If you have a trafficked area with heavy equipment, big machinery moving across your site, about 10 days, 5 days, and again, dependent on your area, it may vary a little bit, but nonetheless, 10 days is a nice starting point to work with when budgeting this type of solution. Next, traditional water truck calculations. So we entered in all our variables. Now we get to dive into the results. So cost of water per tank load, coverage per tank load, total tank loads needed to cover your project in a single pass. Remember, we entered 2 passes per day for this specific project with traditional watering techniques. So 40 total tank loads per day needed to control your dust on this site. That would equate to about 40 man hours and equipment hours per day. So you would need a total of 4 trucks to complete those watering applications in a given day. So that gives you your cost of watering those 10 acres over the 50-day period. It also gives you your water usage for the duration of the project. And then we broke those down into installed cost per acre and installed cost per square foot as well. Next, the results for the DustRX Hydro application. Same water cost per tank load, but we did add a row for material cost per tank load. Coverage per tank load, very similar, right? But double because we're applying half the amount of water to the site at 2,000 gallons per acre with DustRX Hydro. So you would need 10 trucks to cover that project in a single pass. The equipment hours needed to cover that project would be about 15 hours. So with that, we would need about 2 trucks to make that application in a single day. Now that's if we do not have the capabilities of treating one area and then moving on to the next the following day. Applications of DustRX needed, 5 applications, right? 50-day period, 10-day functional longevity on the product. That leads you to your installed cost of DustRX Hydro over the project time frame, your water usage for that time frame, and then again installed cost per acre and installed cost per square foot. Now we get to the savings, right? So the monetary savings over that 50-day period would be about $466,000, right? So a tremendous amount of money saved. Even to add another layer to it, how much water would be saved? 3.9 million gallons of water could be saved on this project by using a dust control alternative to traditional watering techniques, such as DustRX Hydro. Project tank loads eliminated with DustRX Hydro, so 1,950 trucks eliminated over a 50-day time frame. Now that's a lot of equipment moving on your site. That's a lot of emissions reduced, so many benefits to that. And then equipment and labor time savings with DustRX Hydro. So 1,925 hours of labor and equipment time saved on that project. We have a lot of different footnotes here at the bottom, some assumptions made, but nonetheless a very conservative estimate here. With that, once you get to this point, you can either print off your project as a PDF or to a printer near you, and then ultimately you can reset the page to get back to those input values that are standard. You may have questions about this calculator or the product. Feel free to reach out to Profile Technical Services. You can email us at tech@profileproducts.com with any questions. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day.